Many of us have heard the adage, location, location, location. And today, for the DnDaily, I thought we would talk about the importance of locations in your D&D game. Now I'm here at my parents' house. It's beautiful. I'm surrounded by this beautiful pond. There's a fountain, and there's birds and fish, and it's the sunset, early evening, and it's just this beautiful day, right? And I couldn't help but thinking about how sometimes I feel like there's a really simple trick that I can use, and I've been thinking about this in a very specific way, that I want to maybe spice things up in my D&D game, because I feel like my players are maybe getting burnt out if they've been in the same place for a while, especially if you get into these campaigns or these modules or game sessions where it feels like session after session after session is this long slog through, maybe some huge underground, cavern or a maze or a mine or a dungeon and so forth. Sometimes that can be really burdensome or tiresome for the party and for the DM. And I think that something I might want to try in my games is spicing things up a little bit by doing one of two things. One thing I could do is have someone come into their location. That's one way to handle it. But I think what would be even more fun is if I took them and transported them magically to a brand new location. Now, this might be a little spoilery. This is something that I've often thought of doing, and maybe it will happen, maybe it won't. But one of the things I feel is really critical, whether you're designing a campaign, designing a one-shot, or running your game, where the game takes place, it has a lot of bearing on the story, right? What are the things that have happened there? What things are going to happen there or might happen there? So one thing you could do with your location is just stir things up. Maybe there's an earthquake, maybe there's a dragon, maybe there's some kind of event that happens in your location. There's an uprising, the town people revolt or something. There's so many ways you can manipulate the location your players are in, but I think another cool way to do it would be to just up and take them out of it. I remember countless great quests where you touch an object, or you touch you walk into a room, or you see a mirror, or there's a million different ways the portal can be used, or a teleportation circle could be used to transport your party to somewhere completely different. And it just is a really fun, simple way to liven things up. It could be a trap, it could be that an NPC needs their help, or it could be that the party they need to get somewhere else and you just provide them with the means to do that. And I just feel like I want to focus in a lot on what I'm doing with the locations I'm using in the games I'm running. That feels like it's a fun way to spice things up, to change things around a little bit, and bring some new life into the game. And I felt like, here on the vlog, why not do the same thing and enjoy some sunshine, enjoy something different and exciting, and maybe, just maybe, inspire someone out there or find some inspiration for myself in one of my upcoming games. One last thing to really consider when you come to a new location, whether it's a new room, whether it's a new town, whether it's a forest, a mountain, a desert, or an oasis, wherever it is, keep this in mind. When you're describing that place, use as many of the senses as you can. What do they hear? What do they see? What do they smell? What do they feel? Can they feel the warmth of the sun on their skin? Is their breath freezing in the air in front of them? These kind of things they'll serve to enhance the locations that you create and that you bring your players into. So I really am gonna keep this in mind. I'll see you at a table someday. Keep rolling 20s, and remember, it's your game, play your way. Yeah, I keep messing with my beard. Location, location, location. You know, there's that adage. Boy, oh, I cannot talk today. Maybe even oh man, I don't know what I'm talking about. In business, it's often stated that for a business that's, oh my gosh. Anyway,